She thought her husband was unaware of her affair. But he was meticulously dismantling her perfect life from the inside out. Arif Rahman used to believe marriage was a fortress. In the 5 years he spent with Sohana, he had built a life that seemed solid, a modest apartment in Gulshan, shared routines, weekend trips to Cox's Bazaar, and the small rituals of love that made him feel safe. But safety is fragile. It began with small things, late-night phone calls, faint perfume on her clothes that wasn't his, and the subtle evasiveness in her eyes when she thought he wasn't watching. Arif's mind refused to accept the truth. Sohana, his wife, wasn't faithful. He tried to ignore it. He wanted to believe. Every memory of laughter, shared meals, and quiet Sunday mornings pulled him back. But the evidence accumulated, messages, unexplained absences, the sly smile when her phone buzzed. The first time he confronted her, it was gentle. "Sohana, is there something you're not telling me?" She smiled, the way she always did when lying. "Arif, don't be paranoid. I love you." That night, he lay awake, a storm raging inside him. Love and fury collided. He couldn't confront her again, not yet. He needed control, a plan, and the perfect moment. Arif became a ghost in his own apartment. He observed Sohana from small angles, the way she answered her calls, the time she spent outside, the subtle change in her routines. He knew every detail of her habits. But Arif wasn't just watching. He was studying her psychology. She was arrogant, believing he wouldn't notice. Her ego made her predictable. He also began observing Rafid, her colleague from the marketing firm, whose name appeared too often in late-night texts. Rafid was charming, bold, careless, a man who would underestimate the quiet, calculating type like Arif. Arif's plan wasn't violence. It wasn't confrontation. It was subtle, perfect revenge. He wanted her to feel the fear of losing control, the panic of being exposed, the slow unraveling of what she considered secure. Sohana believed she was untouchable. Arif's devotion made her complacent. Every stolen moment with Rafid was thrill, a game of risk that she thought she controlled. She never noticed the quiet intensity behind his eyes, the silence that hid plotting. Rafid considered Arif harmless, predictable, and dull. A devoted husband who worked long hours and rarely socialized. The man never suspected that he was being watched, analyzed, and used as a pawn in a game of psychological chess. Arif wrote notes to himself, tracking patterns. If she leaves the apartment at 9:05 p.m., Rafid will meet her near Banani. Every detail, every tiny anomaly, was logged. Revenge wasn't impulsive. It was strategy. Arif's plan began with information leaks. Not public, not criminal, just carefully constructed accidents. He created subtle confusion at Sohana's office, fake meeting confirmations, misdirected emails, small errors that made her look incompetent. She began to doubt her colleagues' loyalty. At the same time, Arif sent